Okay, we now move on to, we are still with adjusting entries. We go to the last adjusting entry. Isa na. Tapuson ko lang ha. Tapuson ko lang. So anyway, if you want to leave, leave lang, okay lang. Pero ako tapuson ko lang kay alang-alang gid. So if you want to leave, don't worry. You can already leave, no? Para manyaga ka mo. So anyway, allow me to continue. We are still in adjusting entry, letter D. Ang letter D nga merchandise inventories, we also will include this in the closing entries. So ang aton nga letter D nga merchandise inventories, ara na sa aton nga closing entries. And the last one, letter E, accrued expenses. So what are now your entries for accrued expenses? In the books of the home office, ang home office now will debit expenses 750 and credit accrued expenses. And credit accrued expenses. Iyan niya nga accrued expenses. So debit expenses, credit accrued expenses in the books of the home office for 750. And the branch will debit to expenses, credit accrued expenses for 350. For 350. Okay, let's finally go to the closing entries. What are the closing entries of? Let's begin with the home office. Closing entries of the home office. Okay, we now debit to sales. Debit to sales for 34,600. For 34,600. Dali, ngit. Door. Door. Now for the closing entries in the books of the home office, first we debit to sales. Tanaw nyo ang mga amounts, no? Kaya nga aara na datanan sa journal entries. So debit to sales, 34,600. Debit to merchandise inventory ending, 44,500. 44,500. Shipments to branch, 12,050. Shipments to branch, 12,050. Then we credit to merchandise inventory beginning for 46,000. Credit to purchases, 31,600. Credit to expenses in the amount of 9,325. 9,325. Now, this amount is taken as follows. This amount is taken as follows. 9,200, ginadebit ina 9,200 minus 250 minus 475 plus 100 plus 750. Again, 9,200 minus 250 minus 475 plus 100 plus 750. So the total credit to expenses is 9,325. 9,325 credit to expenses and credit income summary. That's the balancing figure. Credit income summary for 4,225. Okay? So that's your debit, credit. Try to prove the equality of the debits and the credits. Second entry of the home office, debit to branch income summary. Branch income summary, 560. Credit to branch current, 560. So debit, branch income summary, credit branch current, 560. Next entry of the home office, debit income summary, debit income summary, and credit branch income summary. Credit to branch income summary. And the last entry is debit to income summary, 3,665. Credit to retained earnings. Jin, may kapanuktok, lihog ko anay. Jin, debit to last entry, debit income summary, credit to retained earnings for 3,665. Debit to income summary, credit retained earnings for 3,665. Now, those are the entries of the home office, closing entries of the home office. We go to the closing entries of the branch. Closing entries of the branch. Debit to sales, 6,200. Debit to sales, 6,200. Debit merchandise inventory end. Debit merchandise inventory end for 10,400. 10,400. That is the sum of 9,800 and 600. So debit merchandise inventory end for 10,400. That is the sum of 9,800 and 600. Then we debit to income summary, 560. Debit to income summary for 560. Credit purchases, 3,000. Credit purchases, 3,000. Credit shipments from home office. Credit shipments from home office in the amount of 12,050. Shipments from home office credit in the amount of 12,050. 12,050 is the sum of 10,200 plus 1,250 plus 600. 10,200 plus 1,250 plus 600. 12,050. And credit to expenses. Credit to expenses. 2,110. 2,110. 2,110 is taken as follows. 1,250, add 475, add 35, add 350. 1,250, add 600, add 10,000 add 1,250, add 600, amo na ang imo nga total for shipments. Ang expenses, ang credit, 2,110 taken by adding 1,250 by 475 by 35, and by 350. Okay? Then the last entry of the branch is to debit home office current 560, debit home office current 560, and credit to income summary 560. Debit to home office current 560, and to credit income summary. Now take note that the branch incurred a loss of 560. Okay? Now we go to the next requirement. We are through only with requirement number 1. All the entries, including closing and adjusting entries. 2. Prepare the individual statements for the branch and the home office. So let's now begin with the individual statements for the branch. We have now the Eagle Company balance sheet for the branch, January 31, 20x4. Eagle Company balance sheet for the branch, January 31, 20x4. Assets including cash, 1,100, accounts receivable, 3,600, accounts receivable home office, 850, merchandise inventory, 9,800, merchandise in transit, 600. The total assets of the branch, 15,950. For the liabilities, accounts payable, 1,550. Accrued expenses, 350. Home office, 14,050. So take note that the balance of the home office in the balance sheet of the branch, that should equal the balance of your branch current in the books of the home office. So you take note of 14,050. That's your balance sheet for the branch, showing among the liabilities of the branch home office for 14,050. Now let's go to the income statement of the branch. Income statement, individual ni ha. Income statement for the branch for the month ended January 31, 20x4. Sales, 6,200. Cost of goods sold computed as merchandise inventory beginning, 0. Add purchases, 3,000. Shipments from home office, 12,050. 12,050 is taken by adding 1,450 and 600. So we have now purchases, 3,000, shipments from home office, 12,050. The total merchandise available for sale by the branch, 15,050. 15,050. Then we deduct the merchandise inventory end, of total 10,400. 10,400 is the sum of 9,800 and 600. 9,800 and 600. So you get the total of 10,400. 15,050 minus 10,400. The difference is 4,650. That is the cost of goods sold of the branch. 4,650. 4,650 deducted from 6,200. Deducted from 6,200. 200. So you have now the gross profit of the branch of 1,550. 1,550, and then we deduct expenses of 2,110. 2,110. The difference is net loss from own operations. Net loss from own operations of 560. So that's the amount of net loss incurred by the branch as you can find in the closing entries. Okay, we go to the balance sheet of the home office. We are still dealing with individual balance sheet of the home office. For the individual balance sheet of the home office and as well as the individual income statement. First, we begin with balance sheet of the home office. Start from assets. Cash, 9,100. Accounts receivable, 34,000. Less allowance for doubtful accounts, 1,050. Allowance for doubtful accounts, 1,050. So the balance of 32,950. 32,950. Then we add merchandise inventory, 44,500. Merchandise inventory, 44,500. Then store furniture and fixtures, 12,000. Store furniture and fixtures, 12,000. Less accumulated depreciation, 3,950. 12,000 less 3,950. The balance is 8,050. 8,050. Then we have store furniture and fixtures of the branch. Store furniture and fixtures of the branch, 3,900. 3,900 less accumulated depreciation, 785. 3,900 less 785. So the difference is 3,315. 3,315. Okay? And the last account that we include among the assets of the branch or of the home office, among the assets of the home office is branch current. So branch current, we have the amount of 14,050. 14,050. It's included among the assets of the home office, and at the same time, that is the balance of the home office account among the liabilities of the branch, as they are called reciprocal account. So, the balance of the home office account being a credit is found in the books of the branch, while the balance of the branch current account being a debit is found in the books of the home office. Okay? So, the total assets of the home office is 111,765. 111,765. 111,765. We go to the liabilities of the home office. Accounts payable, 29,150. Accounts payable, 29,150. And accrued expenses, 750. So the total liabilities of the home office is 29,000. Then we go to the shareholders equity, capital stock 50,000, and we add retained earnings of 31,865. That's taken by adding the beginning retained earnings by the net income and minus the loss of the branch. So we have now capital stock, 50,000, retained earnings, 31,865. Total shareholders equity, 81,865. Total liabilities, 29,900. So we now get the total liabilities and shareholders equity of the home office, 111,765. 111,765. Finally, we go to the income statement of the home office. The income statement of the home office. We begin with sales, 34,600. Sales, 34,600. Cost of goods sold, merchandise inventory, January 1, 46,000. Merchandise inventory, January 1, 46,000. We add purchases, 31,600. We add purchases, 31,600. Total merchandise available for sale, 77,600. Total merchandise available for sale, 77,600. Deduct shipments to branch, 12,050. 12,050. The difference is merchandise available for own sales. Merchandise available for own sales. Own. OWN. Merchandise available for own sales. 65,550. 65,550. Then we deduct merchandise inventory and 44,500. Merchandise inventory and 44,500. The difference is cost of goods sold. The difference is cost of goods sold. 21,050. Cost of goods sold, 21,050. So the difference is gross profit, 13,650. Gross profit, 13,650. 13,650. We deduct expenses, 9,325. Expenses, 9,325. Difference is net income from own operations. Net income from own operations, 4,225. Net income from own operations, 4,225. Then we deduct branch net loss. Branch net loss, 560. 560. So the difference is net income, 3,665. Net income, 3,665. 40,665. That's the net income from the operations of the home office. Net income from the operations of the home office. Okay, we go to the last requirement. The combined, actually, ang 4 ni tapos na ta, no? For adjusting and closing entries. Number 3, prepare combined statements for the branch and the home office. Okay, so we now begin with the combined income statement. Combined income statement. We begin with sales. We begin with sales in the amount of 40,800. Sales 40,800. Then we deduct cost of goods sold. Merchandise inventory January 1, 46,000. Merchandise inventory January 1, 46,000. Add purchases 34,600. Merchandise available for sale 80,600. Then we deduct merchandise inventory January 31, 54,900. The difference is cost of goods sold 25,700. Deduct it from sales. The difference is gross profit 15,100. Then deduct expenses 11,435. We get the net income 3665. This is the amount of net income that you can find in your final statement. 11,435 ang expense. So net income 3665. Amo ni ang income of the home office. So finally, we go to the combined balance sheet. Combined balance sheet, we begin with assets, including cash, plus what you will do is only to add the assets of the home office to the assets of the branch. So we begin with cash, 10,200, accounts receivable, 38,450. 38,450. Deduct allowance for doubtful accounts, 1,050. The difference is 37,400. Then merchandise inventory, 54,900. Store furniture and fixtures, 15,900 less accumulated depreciation, 4,735. So the difference is 11,165. 11,165. So the total assets of 113,665. Total assets 113,665. We go to the liabilities. Accounts payable 30,700. Accrued expenses 1,100. Total liabilities 31,800. 31,800. Then you have your stockholders equity, capital stock 50,000, retained earnings 31,865. 31,865. Total shareholders equity 81,865. Add it to the total liabilities of 31,800. So you get the total liabilities and shareholders equity of 113,665. Okay? So that ends the solution to problem number 3. It's quite a long problem. So I hope you have understood many of this. Okay? So will you now go to your assignments? Before we end, you work on problem 5. By the way, you still have assignment in chapter 6 with regards to problems 1 and 2. I have not solved those. And I will not solve. So you'll be the one to solve. Here, you have to work on problem number 5 and problem number 8. And of course, all the multiple choice problems. For the problems in the multiple choice, you have only numbers 1 to 19. 1 to 90. 1 to 26. 1 to 26. And then we have the theories. Now take note that chapter 14 is still about home office and branch. So tomorrow you have no class. But please, you refer to the YouTube. For tomorrow, I will be discussing chapter 14. Tomorrow, I will be discussing chapter 14, including the illustrative problem and the multiple choice problems of chapter 14. So your assignment in chapter 13 remains as an assignment. So meaning, tomorrow in the YouTube, you will hear my discussions and the solving of the problems for chapter 14 already. So the assignment I gave you now, coming from chapter 13, will remain as an assignment that we will tackle on Friday. Clear? Clear, class? Ha?
Yes, ma'am.
Oo, subali buwas, chapter 14 ang i-lecture ko, just open the YouTube for tomorrow. So you have no class. Okay na? Oo, sige. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sige.